Please go ahead, Vrinda.
Thank you, sir. I hope I'm audible enough.
Yes, you are, dear.
Okay. So, first of all, good evening to everyone who are present here, and I feel extremely pleasured and honored to have you all here in this event and webinar. So, we, Team Climate, are very glad and literally very honored to invite you all to today's webinar, a book launching and writing event focusing on how to write and how to write a book. And we are mostly covering the tips and tricks that would be spoken of by our host and our speaker, Miss Sarabjit Sindhu. We request all the participants to make sure that you are with us in the event till the very end because we are having a special gift for all of you for some lucky participant. So, okay, so what is the strategy is that we are having a quiz that would be organized by the speaker herself by the end of the event. And those who will be answering the quiz first and giving the maximum of the answer possible would be able and would be the lucky participant to grab the opportunity to have five gifts of the book that will be launched today on your doorstep and free of cost and would be delivered to you. So I think that is enough of surprise to keep you hanging with us till the end because as far as I know, I would be hanging there because something like this is a big treat and a big bait to make a person sit around. So I would like to say that when I came to know that this event was going to happen, whenever I hear about books, the thing comes to and click to my mind is writing. And I feel writing to be something very in depth. Like for me, when I read a book, I believe that I'm listening and I'm literally reading the thought of a person sitting miles away from me. So this is the one thought quote that hits me again and again, and it makes me happy whenever I read it. That is, writing is an art of discovering what you think, belief, and experience. And I feel extremely fortunate to be the part of this audience to hear the thought, to get the guidance, and to go through the experience of the author throughout this webinar. So I literally welcome you all to have this roller coaster of ride in which you will be getting all these experiences. So now I would like to invite Dr. Ajit Singh, the founder of Climate and Curio, to share some words to enlighten on the today's webinar. Please, sir.
Thank you very much, Vrinda. Thank you. And first of all, I welcome our chief guest of today, Professor PK Rajput sir. Sir, namaste. Charan Spars again. बहुत स्वागत है. And I hope you are doing good. कैसे हैं आप
Thank you,
sir?
sir. Thank you so much. Very, very good evening to you and everybody. 175 people have joined.
Yes,
Means 174,
there'll be more
I
than
can say.
300 soon. There'll be more than
Yeah,
300 soon.
yeah. I know that the number is going to jump like anything. So very
Yes.
happy
So
to be a part of this beautiful journey. And congratulations, Brenda, for joining Climate and being one of the wonderful intern. You are going to add a lot of the strength to Dr. Ajit and Climate as well. Over to you, Dr. Ajit, sir.
yes, sir. Thank you very much for joining. And I also would like to welcome our renowned speaker today, Sarabjit Sidhu ji. So welcome, ma'am. And guys, so as we are planning this session for I think for a long time. I think for last 2 or 3 months. Since the book was in the publication, and now book is out in the market. So it was mandatory to conduct this session right now because so it will reach most of you and you can take the benefit out of it. So Sarabjit ji has written the second book, and her first book is a very famous book over the students, over the colleges on medical writing and pharmacovigilance. And this time she has come up with the entire clinical research career guide. This is a big congratulations to her and her team who have worked over this book, and they made a lot of efforts. She made a lot of efforts, and I always see her roaming around office in Bangalore, then Goa, and then along with that she has written the book. And the second book, let me congratulate her on that. So guys, today I especially we were discussing and I asked her to share how did you manage the time. Okay, and even our sir here, our mentor, Professor PK Rajput sir, has also written one wonderful book, Leaders with Letters. Okay, so that book I have read, read myself when it was launched, and it is an amazing book up to the point. So these two people here today with us, I requested them to share their experiences and majorly like how did they manage the time to write the books and to share their experiences and what kind of things they should or we all should keep in mind if we are thinking of something because see when we come to write a book or when we even plan to write a paper simple 4 5 pages or a story we all are having the stories in us or around us so we always think like अरे यार चलो एक story लिखते हैं या कुछ भी करते हैं but we just think of that we don't put that on the papers or nowadays in the laptops because it takes a lot of courage to take it out lot of time to take it out lot of time to think of it lot of time to frame it right and in that she has written a wonderful technical book on the career guidance and clinical research so that is amazing fantastic and that's a great thing and sir after 40 years of her his experience in the pharmaceutical industry has written the his leadership qualities and how he has went through the journey that journey he has penned down in the book so today we have all these people, sir. Now we have crossed 200 people here. So, always I'm, very much inspired by both of them, both. And I'm very much privileged to, have these two people with us. They are associated with CliMed as well, and they are our, kind of my mentors. And whenever I say, my support backbone. So, I welcome you both and I welcome everyone here who have joined this wonderful webinar. So I'll not take much time and I'll get back to Vrinda. Thank you very much, Vrinda. And over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Ajit, for a humble introduction. I'm just learning. We learn from Dr. P.K. Rajput. He's the biggest
Absolutely.
inspiration.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's
That's
our
true.
smallest contribution. So I think we can begin, right? Um,
Yeah, Vrinda, please go ahead.
yeah. Welcome to you, Brinda, as well.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm humbled to be so graced by you all. So, um, whenever I see that we are having a webinar or something organized out, I believe that the core of what is that there are a lot of speakers, there are a lot of experienced person from different fields coming across and sitting and letting a lot of their experiences. And as sir mentioned that Rajput sir is already having a 40 plus years of experience. Ma'am is having an experience of writing 2 books, and of course, our Dr. Ajit Singh sir, we are already getting to know him that how experienced sir is. So, whatever these webinars for us as an intern and as an audience is that we are getting a lot of resources, and we are getting that in such a young age. And I believe that these are actually nourishing the soils of our learnings, so that at least we could have a tree, not as tall as you, but at least a tree that could at least influence the society to some extent. So, taking that into consideration, I would like to make introduction about our chief guest of today's webinar, Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput. I would like to introduce a small introduction about Sir to the audience. That Sir is a global leadership coach, leader of excellence, and from Harvard Square. And Sir is also a pharma business leader, keynote speaker, professor of practice, author to book The Leader with Ladder, that which Dr. Ajit Singh sir mentioned, and I was actually putting that book into my bucket list to read once. And Senior Vice President and Vertical Head, Cardinal Pharma, Corporate Board
Former.
Director.
I think you missed the word former. I'm so sorry. But
Okay.
yes, sir is enjoying the post-retirement life
Okay,
now.
okay. Okay, but still we could seek sir for the guidance. So still former senior vice president, and sir is also corporate board director, and sir is also the board of advisor to our Climate and Curio. So, sir, I'm actually very humbled to have you in here. And as I was going through your profile, I found that this one quote that hit me so a motivating way that it was that excellence is never an accident; it is a result of high intention. And when I see that your intentions were so high and all of your peoples are working so good, I'm actually very much excited to hear from you. And I believe the audience are also having the same adrenaline rush through them. So, sir, please let us know. Please grace us with some words of enlightenment.
Thank you so much once again, and let me appreciate Vrinda, because the way you are correlating, coordinating, you are going to be a big asset for our teammate and to Dr. Ajit and everybody. So my best wishes to you, because I always feel when I talk to your youngsters, I feel energized, right? I feel so much of the energy coming from you. You said about the adrenaline part, it comes from all of you. And today 217, 18, 19 people have joined. It is going to cross 300, that I know. So that is a positive impact and the aura which comes to me. Thank you, Sarabjit ma'am, because I have met her a couple of times. I know her knowledge, I know her expertise, which is so much deeply there. That's what I was appreciating, that you everything is there on your fingertips. You just give her 5 minutes and she can create lot anything which is there. So I'm so happy that I'm going to be a part of the book launching and understanding about the second wonderful book, which I don't want to reveal. It is there with me. I read a couple of pages, right? So thank you, Dr. Sarabjit ma'am, for sending me the book. Beautifully written. I like to highlight that part also, which is very important. And thank you, Dr. Ajit sir, for inviting me. I'm always be a part of you. So now, Brinda, when you was talking, when you just celebrating the thing, I wrote three things on that. You said, think, believe, and experience, right? So somebody right, you said that is always think, believe, and experience, because you like to understand the thing. It's very, very important. What Ajit sir has also said, that when we write a paper, right? Right, we always think that what should be the content, how it has to be created, how the person is going to accept the thing, which is very important. And at this young age, if you start inculcating that habit of writing, right, it is going to give you a clear arena that yes, we can make the things happen. And what you said, that a small seed which is going to make a big tree, of course, you are going to be a bigger tree, right, where you can give the fruits to the many people. I don't want a tree, it doesn't give the fruits. I want a tree which always gives the fruits, and it has to be with a lot of humbleness and humility, which I can see in you. Because we always say that wherever the trees have the fruits, the trees goes down, right? Because the fruits come. And so this is the way. And since I have written the book, it was there in my mind that how I can inculcate that leadership quality in the young generation. See, today we are either a job seeker or either a job provider, either way. But if you inculcate that leadership part in any role and every role, we'll feel that this is my place, this is my organization. So our thinking will be totally different. Then will be contributing it instead of just counting the time. So instead of counting the time, we will be contributing the effort, which is very important. And that is the reason today we have to grow, and every young generation today they have joined here, they'll be growing and understanding it. Let me tell you, Climate is one of the organization which very humbly, Dr. Ajit Singh sir, he ensured that every person must gain the knowledge, because knowledge always gives the wisdom, which is important. God has given us the brain only to accept, understand, but the knowledge is added in the brain. It gives us the wisdom, what is correct, what is incorrect. And more thing is, what is incorrect, what not to be accepted. That is the part wisdom plays. Otherwise, we accept anything and everything, which is very important. So I will hand over the things to Dr. Sarabjit, but I just like to tell something about the books writing, which is very important, that please find an idea, all right, which is going to excite your audience. The way Dr. Sarabjit madam has written, the initial three chapters are basically based on the idea that excite the audience. I have read that part. The second part, which she has written on the, again, three chapters, I like to highlight. I'm not taking the name of the chapter. I'm not taking the name of the book, Sarabjit madam, because that is your prerogative.
Oh, no
But
worries.
yeah. So I'm just highlighting it here, that creating a plan, because since you have already created the plan with the very first book, the second book which you have already added in that part, which is important, you have also ensured that right for your reader, because you're the chapter, because see, this is how your readers are going to enjoy that part, which is very important. So the chapter number 4, 5, and 6, which you have written, it is basically on that the right for your reader. You have written for the reader because they'll be able to inculcate the thing which is there. Then the next part which comes, which is eliminating the distraction. So you have eliminated that part, the distraction, and you have given the several documentation. In the chapter number 7 and 8, we always like to have the documentation. So you beautifully added about that part. And then after that, it always says, show, don't tell. Don't give the gyan, right? Show it. And you have shown it in your chapter number 9, and then you have monitored it so well about it. So the entire way, and at the same time, you have also added the mindfulness, FUL, not double L. Mindful is FUL means single way you are concentrating. That's the creation on the dot. That's why we say as a Arjun I. You have created it, and then after that you have edited it in so well so that till the last chapter which is there in the book, right, which is ending with the medical writing, which is it is going to excite anybody and everybody. So that's why we talk about the book writing, that find an idea, create a plan, establish the writing routine, stay motivated because you always get motivated. I know in 5 minutes you can create a difference, and write for your reader which you have written. Embracing the editing process because you have embraced it, you're the master of it, because especially the clinical research, you are the master in that, and that's a real thing. And you have taken it so well. So that is all I can say. And it applies on any of the writer. It is not on the medical writing. It is anything if you are writing it, it is important. Either it is a leadership, either it is a fiction, whatever you write, there has to be an excitement. People should feel what next is coming. Like when we go and see the movie, you always think, oh, what is next? What is next? That's what the director creates, that excitement, which is very important even in the book writing. And that is the reason today most of the films which have been made, it has been made by which has been written in the books, and then they create that thing, which is in. So thank you so much. I've taken a lot
Thank
of
you,
your time.
sir.
Thank you
It's
so
so
much.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
nice to hear from
Kind
you.
words. Yes, thank you very much. And guys, sir has not, what we say, sold the book, but I have to. You know why? Because you are going to get it, the 5 copies for the winners. This book you are going to get. This is the book Career Guide on the Clinical Research Career Guide. So you are going to get it. The 5 books, 5 giveaway books, you are going to get delivered at your home, at your doorstep by us. If you are participating in the quiz, what madam is going to share at the end, you have to
Yeah.
participate, you answer right, and if you are answering right, you will get the book. Okay, so there are 5 books waiting for you. Stay till the end and just enjoy the webinar. So over to you, Vrunda. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
As I was hearing the speaker, the chief guest, and sir talking, I remember one of the things that my grandmother used to teach me when I was a small kid. That she used to read from scriptures, and she used to say that Vidya Dadati Vinayam. It's a Sanskrit word. That means that a person who is actually in wisdom, he is more humble. But when I see our generation, we are mostly a bit of knowledge, and we are having a lot of, we feel we have that, we have a lot of thing, and there is a lots of false ego that's pile up. But when I talk to personalities like you, then I realize that what my grandmother taught me as a child is actually true, because you all are in such a reputed position, and you are already enjoying the peak of the fruit of the success, but still you are humble, like appreciating each other. Like you never feel like when someone is senior or someone is junior, like just appreciating each other, that you are great, you are great. And that is actually a very best example for us as a intern, that we are learning from you, that don't be puffed up but rather appreciate others. So that's a takeaway point for me for today. So of course I'm not going to speak, otherwise the audience will say that Vrinda, you just kept on speaking and the audience the speaker couldn't get the opportunity. So, without taking much of the time, without wasting a second of that, I would like to welcome the speaker of the webinar, the actor of the webinar. Ma'am, I have kept you waited for a long. So, let me introduce the resource person of today's event is Ms. Sarabjit Sindhu. She is a publisher, author, and clinical. She's also a clinical trial transparency manager at GSK. Ma'am will be speaking on the launch of her second book, as sir has mentioned a lot recently, but still I would mention the Clinical Research Career Guide. So, ma'am, I will give the stage to you, and I'm all ears to hear you for the event.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Why don't we take a picture with sir? If we are not sure when sir get a call and he has to go because he has a lot of engagement. So why don't we take a picture with sir, all of us, if we can get our cameras on and we take a picture with sir first before we start, guys. What do you say?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
let,
I'm
Sure,
fine.
sure.
Totally fine. Sir is busy person, so we can't
yes, so
have
guys,
it.
let's open your cameras. If you're comfortable, please open your cameras and let's take a picture with sir so it will go on the LinkedIn. Yes, guys, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Great. Thank you. Please open your, so once everyone is on the cameras on the screen, then we'll take pictures. Yes. Fantastic, fantastic. I can see the full of a screen with the lovely faces and exciting faces to get the book. Guys, thank you. Thank you very much. It's lovely. It's lovely to see you all, guys. It's lovely to see you all. Sir, see, 100% screen is full with the pictures.
Yes, yes. That is the strength of such a young generation, right? You can create a difference. And it is the
Absolutely.
person behind you, that is Dr. Ajit Singh and Sarabjit
Arre.
Madam and Vrinda the way she has spoken.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So over to Vrinda back and let's start.
No, sir, I've already given the stage to ma'am. Now
Yeah,
I'm
Okay.
yeah.
hearing
Yes,
She
her.
over to you,
texted me.
Sarabji. Over to
Yeah, yeah.
you. Thank you, sir.
So
Thank
I
you,
am
everyone. Thank you.
sharing a screen. Just do let me know if you are able to see the
Yes, sure.
slides. Let me put it on screen show. So, Dr. Ajit, the question answer I have not added difficult or complex questions. It's very easy. Like if they wanted to write a book, it will help them. So, question answer is like that. The
Okay,
only
that's
request
great.
is we are requesting audience to engage,
Yes.
because it's such a wonderful opportunity. So, first of all, Dr. Ajit, I would like to thank you for the platform and our wonderful collaboration. So,
Okay.
అవుతున్నాడు వాడు.
Guys, please mute
yeah,
yourself.
and yeah, I have no words to thank Dr. Rajput sir, because he's always so humble and always inspire us, right? Sir, your presence is always so important for us. It gives us lot of energy,
Absolutely. No doubt. No
Thank you.
doubt
right?
Blessed,
at all.
blessed.
And after such a long career, you are still so hardworking and still give a credit to us. So I don't know how one can do that.
Sorry to
Because
interrupt, Sarabji. I just got this, sir has called me around 2 o'clock. I think we were talking at 2 o'clock, right?
Anji,
And sir was asking, what is the timing for, for the launch? I told 7 o'clock. I told, where are you, sir? So sir was telling, अरे यार आज कुछ है ही नहीं, आज तो मैं घर पे हूँ बस. मैंने
okay.
कहा, what? You know that, I was like laughing like anything. I was like, आज तो मैं घर पे हूँ, मतलब क्या है? आप महीने में 29 दिन बाहर रहते हैं, 29 days you are out of Ahmedabad, you are every day traveling in the morning, wherever it is, either Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai, or wherever. You just
Yes,
catch the flight in the morning. You just catch the flight in the morning, and okay, so I'll keep everyone on mute for some time, and then we can
yes,
open.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So, sir, if you, I mean, everyone of our hosts have to open the mic.
Yeah,
So
I
I was like, you are traveling every day, like you're catching the flights every morning and coming back to Ahmedabad every night. And today you are telling, अरे यार आज तो मैं बस घर पे ही हूँ. मतलब क्या करना है आप rest करो. So sir is so hardworking and dedicated, and he wants to contribute every second of his life, literally, I'm telling you, in the conferences and spreading the knowledge, his leadership skills, his like he's amazing. You guys will interact with sir many times, and in upcoming days as well. So guys, we have sir, देखिए 300 पार. आपकी बार 300 पार, 400 पार हो रही है. So yes, thank you very much, guys, and thank you very much, sir. Over to Sarabjit ji. I think it's 7:30. We should not delay it more. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. Once again, thank you so much for taking out the time to join the session. I'll guarantee you that you will learn lot many things. We have Sar also, who Sar's book is also wonderful, and it's so easy to read. I'll say, give it a try. It's very easy to read and it give you lot of value in your life. So, but when it comes to my book, my apologies, it's a technical book. So it's all on your career, that how you can pursue a career in a clinical research. So all the students who have a pharmacy background, life sciences background, and medical, they can, give it a try to go through this book, and definitely it will give you some value. So what is the flow of today's presentation? It is just like, bit of introduction that we already done. Then what are the steps to write a book? I will walk you through different steps, what I have learned as a practical experience. Then I will also share the practical tips that you really need to have in you in order to write a book. Then giveaway is a part of our today's agenda only. And during this whole discussion, there will be questions for you. And I request you to participate. It's not like at the end we are asking, till then you can enjoy, you can rest. No. So questions are coming in between only. So I'll request you guys participate, right? So let's start. I think someone is using whiteboard. I'll request not to use, please. Right. So now let's brainstorm. Let's brainstorm. Uh, I don't know how to stop this, the whiteboard. But anyways, let's adjust. How many of you feels like you can write a book? Answer in the chat box or unmute yourself. How many of you feel like you can write a book? All right, very well done. Very well done. For every question, I'm giving 1 minute, 60 seconds basically. All right, So most of us are saying that we can write a book. So which means there is a possibility. So everyone can do. So I have not done some exceptional things. So we all have the potential to write a book. So I'm so glad so many people, they are answering. We will unmute you, but you have to bring some discipline, right? Well done. So now I give you the practical fact.
We'll unmute you guys. Don't worry. You can write your answer right now. We'll
So
unmute
now
you.
see, 80% of the population feels like 80%. So these are the
Sarabji,
stats.
can you please just reshare the screen? I think that will be going from your side only because you are sharing the screen. So please share all again. And I have
Okay, okay, no worries.
someone from my team. Please disable all the participant for whiteboard.
So no worries, we will adjust. So it's fine.
Yeah, no, we did. You please go ahead.
So 80% of the population feels like they can write a book. They have a book inside them, right? But just focus on the last line. But only 1% will actually publish the book. So there must be some difference, that this 1% is doing something different than 80% of the population. Because when I posed you a question, how many of you can write a book? Yeah, almost everyone said that I can write it, because that's how we feel. We have the capabilities, we do have the potential, right? So this is our first brainstorm. Now, how you can begin? The first thing, take a notebook, take your iPad, take your laptop. You have to define what is your core idea, what is your concept. Now, how do you do that? How you define your core idea? It's very simple exercise. You can give it a try as well. Write your idea or introduction, first. Just write. So now I am just working on a review article. So I never ever have wrote a review article. Dr. Ajit also guided me little. So one of friend I'm working with him, we thought let's write an introduction. Then we will think. Similarly, so sometimes we think that idea will work, right? Or this is a perfect idea, or we have all the material for this. No, first try to define the idea, write an introduction. Maybe during the process of writing introduction, you will come to know about something other which will work. So important is to kick start, unless you are not starting, you won't be able to get at some point. So this is one way. Another is, now try to see what difference you can create in a marketplace. Now, if I wanted to speak for my book, I used to take many sessions in different colleges and universities. The most often asked question to me is that, ma'am, can you suggest us some book which we can read? Because my presentation is just for 1 hour maximum. I can stretch to 2 hours. Now, can you imagine how much I can share within 2 hours? There is a limit, but student needs something for follow up. So that's how I got an idea. And then I wrote, I still remember that notebook is still with me. I wrote 3 pages like, okay, this is the idea where I can work. These can be the topics. Just you need not to go deeper into that. You just write can, okay, this will be the main heading, this will be subheading, this can be chapter 1, this can be chapter 3, something like that, a rough plan. And now also try to see that how you can create a difference in the marketplace. So I done my some of the research, and a lot of thanks to my job, we are used to this, anything we wanted to do, we first do the research. So I done the research. I saw that the books in the clinical research, they are of foreign author and they are quite complex and they are very pricey also because, and not suiting the needs of Indian student as such. And another challenge I found is that the language of the book, that is also you have seen during our college and uni days, that the books that we are reading, they are written in a very difficult language. The sentence structure is very complex. The language is somewhere is not making sense. You have to, try very hard to read the book, so that's where I wanted to create a difference is that I will write, but the moment student read it, it feels like, okay, they are talking to someone. That was my idea. So the book language should be so easy. They feel like we are talking to someone. So that's all you also have to think is that what difference you can create from a market, right? Okay. So now next thing is you have to plan your book. So how you can plan? Just for the point that I touched in my last slide is prepare a mind map of idea. Like, okay, this is the topic I wanted to write. These can be the subtopics. These can be the chapter names. And here is a brilliant tip I am giving you. Read few books in the area where you are writing. So if you wanted to write, reading and writing should be core part of your day, So read few book, go to some, bookstore, select few books or order on Amazon, read, go through it. You will get lot of clarity and then prepare a roadmap, right? And another thing you can do is that if you have a good friend or you have a mentor, discuss with them. Then you will be able to know lot better. Then next step will be create an outline. This you may can create on your notebook only. This may you can create in your laptop or iPad. I lot like working writing with my hand sometime. When initially I wanted to pour on some idea, I really love to write with my hand. So I have created that. And try to create like, okay, this is my introduction, right? How I can decide like this will be my first chapter. That is the place you have to give a thought. Why you are choosing any information to be your first chapter, and why second, why third, why fourth, like that. So you have to build, right? You can't make it like, okay, this can go first, this can go second. There should be a rationale. You should be building on the complexity level. Like initially maybe simpler, then a little more complex, 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 like that. So that structure or outline that you need to build, like in this book, if you see, as although Dr. Rajput has given lot of idea about book because he has read it. So now can you imagine, Sir has already have a wonderful career. He's guiding other people. Still, he read my book. That's all the author do. That's like, even today, if I'm coming across of new book, I read it. So the first chapter I have given is like, why clinical research is important. I have not defined what is clinical research. I have not defined what is definition of clinical research. You can get it anywhere, right? You can get the definition on a Google. Then why you will read my book? So second, how this career can be important to you, how this career can be different from other careers, right? Because I'm saying career guide, that's the topic of my book, correct? Then I have built slowly, like, what is, what are the different parts of the clinical research, how we have evolved, then slowly, what are the different guidelines, how we, came across those guidelines, then how you start clinical research. So slowly, then we gone to data management, medical writing, pharmacovigilance, because those are the complex topics. So first, now if you have the outline, guys, this is very important. I can select a pen also. So this thing is very important. So if you have an outline or a structure, then don't worry about the perfect information. Just start dumping information under each section. Right? So you are reading some article, dump it, I'll say. Don't think about that you have to refine, or is it, absolutely necessary information or not. Just refer the article, research, keep on doing your research and dump the information under each section, so that you will have a lot of information, because during editing and revision, all will get sorted. Our initial part is research and bringing the right information under right section. Now, here is the question for you. How many of you think writing a book is a powerful thing? How many of you think? And how? Don't think about money. I have an answer for that as well. How many of you think that writing a book will, make your CV more stronger? It is a powerful thing. It will change the course of your career. And how? And how it is powerful thing? Can someone answer how it is a powerful thing? Help future generation, critical thinking. Okay, inner
Ma'am, can I
confidence
answer
to
it?
us. Very nice. Boost our knowledge, innovative imagination, transferring information,
Wonderful.
skill
Yes.
improvement. I love, sir, see, our audience is so intelligent, right?
So intelligent and so interactive.
Interactive.
Yes,
So
guys,
we
we
can
are
change the
amazing.
perspective. Very nice. Very
Yes,
amazing.
yes, true. Amazing, guys, amazing.
Visibility and credibility, definitely. Definitely. So yes. We learn different things, and if you are doing some job, it will also improve your performance. So to answer Dr. Ajit's question, sir, he said that how you are managing. See, it's not how I'm managing. I'm just taking inspiration from you all. But one thing has happened, Dr. Ajit. Once I have written a book, I am doing things a lot faster at my job. Earlier I used to take a lot of time, because now I have undergone this rigorous process of writing and, revision of my book. My performance is so good at my job.
That's amazing.
Earlier
Yes.
I used to take so much of time for my certain task, like writing emails. Now I write like within seconds, So it will help you in many areas. Improve concentration. Yes, definitely. My focus is much better. And it's so good to know all these answers, guys. Thank you so much for participation. Feeling truly, honored that you are engaged. All right, let's progress to our next slide. Now, next topic, next thing that you have to do is that you have to know your audience, right? You have planned things, you have a concept in your mind. Now you also have to know your audience. And this when Dr. Ajit, he used to invite us to take many sessions. But because we are working in the industry, initially we used to teach very complex things, you know. But then we came to know that no, 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 our audience is student. We have to simplify it, right? So you have to define audience. For my book also, I know that this is what I wanted to write. Then there was a challenge for which section I wanted to write. Do I wanted to write for just researchers, like investigators and corporate people? If that, I have to work different. Then I decided who need it. I navigated my audience. Who need the most? Because researchers and the people who are working with big pharma, they have already resources and tools. They have lot many resources and tools. But who does not have it? It's our students and the newcomers who wanted to make a career. And what is their problem and challenge? So what is their problem question? Ask for our student, for our new audience, what is their problem question? Their problem question is that now all this clinical research information, it is available on Google, but it is scattered. If you see ICH guidelines, they are so complex, they are so big, they are so elaborative, because they are written for anyone. They are written for industry people, right? So their complexity level is that. But when you're going to face an interview, you need something comprehensive, correct? You need all the information to be at one place, so that tomorrow I'm having interview. Even if I were today, I can go through certain information and I can face the interview and I can pass, obviously, right? And second is, you are new joiner, you just joined the job, and we always hesitate to ask a question. We are always having a fear that people can judge us, that oh, this person even doesn't know the basics. So during your initial stage of job, initial 1, 2, 3 years, you can also refer this book. You can keep it with you, and suppose tomorrow is your training. So in a corporate, you get lot of trainings, and tomorrow you are having training, you can go through the book as a chapter. Okay, there are our audience. Okay. All right, so this is what you have to define, like what is the problem question from audience. You have to spend some time to understand your audience, because when you will be writing, you have to ask yourself again and again that will my audience like it? Do they need this information? Because when initially I wrote this book, it exceeded 500 pages. That is not my goal, because my goal was to keep it concise, keep it short, keep the right to give the right information to my audience. So it exceeded 500 pages. So then I kept reminding myself my audience goal is to crack interview, to introduce to clinical research, and to know how they can build a good career there. So that's how I kept on refining information. So that's the importance of knowing your audience. All right. So now you also have to answer me the another question. What topic you would like to write? Because I have given you idea, plan, how you can plan, how you should know your audience. What topic you would like to write? Now we will see the chat box. Poetry, very nice. Future perspective, excellent. Human behavior, R&D, AI in drug development, such a brilliant topic. Application of therapy, advanced, working with AI, my own story, why not? Uh, New innovation in clinical research, life, excellent. Pharmacology, novel, real life. What is RMC? Sorry, I don't know. What is RMC? New therapies, environment, such a brilliant topic, science fiction. Okay, okay. Impact, cancer, future, maternal care, very nice. Mars, how not to mix the goals, yes. pharmacovigilance, diabetes, clinical trials, novel, farm. Okay, 10 things to know. Very nice. So now, are you able to identify your power? So very first, I'm just trying to help because this webinar should, the idea is, it should be interactive, right? So when we started, I asked you, will you like to write a book? You said yes, right? Now see, all of you are having topic also, brain implants, very nice, rare disease, autography. Autography of whom? Yours? 10 things to write a book. Well, okay, you can do that. You can try that. Pharmacogenetics. So you already have a topic with you. So writing book won't be difficult. That's what I wanted to prove. And I have not done something exceptional to write a book, right? Nanotechnology, drug formalities. Okay. Southern blotting. Okay. All right, guys. So amazed to see the answer. Book on career approaches after pharmacy. Very nice. AI in healthcare, green technology on pharmacy, positivity. Yes, why not? Mental health is so important. It is gaining so much of vibe, pharmacy experience. Integration of AI in TDM. What is TDM? Please don't write these abbreviation. I am not that intelligent. Depression, health and wealth. Very nice. So I think, it's so, I'm so happy to see your responses, research and life balances. So every one of you have the topics. So now, Dr. Ajit, you can expect many books from your student.
Yes, and they are so interactive and so good, and I can see that I have 100+ messages to read,
Yes,
and
yes.
300
So
plus messages.
I was just enjoying reading these, so I kept on
We
reading
got a
every so much.
wonderful, wonderful
My
audience.
life journey, very
Actually,
nice, Sandeep. Drug discovery, so very nice. So now there are certain tools and system, guys. I'll say you have to integrate to deliver. So idea is one thing, strength and potential is one thing, but how to deliver it, right? How to deliver it, that is important. So I have given few examples. I will talk about it also. So the very first thing which you have to give it is you have to make it fit in your schedule. You have to fit it. You have to give it time. It's just like our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They are fit in schedule. If we are not eating breakfast, we will tell 10 people, oh, I didn't have a breakfast today. I couldn't have a breakfast today, like that. So because it is such a big part of our schedule. Similarly, if you want to write, make it a part of your life. Day, not a life, sorry, day. So if you have missed writing one day, you should also tell 10 people like, oh, I missed writing today. I couldn't get time. This should be so important to you. So how I have managed, because I'm having a job 9 to 5, but which also extend till 9 p.m. Right? Because we are part of a global team. Sometime I'm having a call at 9 p.m. at 10 also. In the morning, I have a little flexibility, like I can start my office 9:30, 10. So what I done, morning is the best for me because morning works wonderful for me. And I gave myself like from 7 to 8:30, only 1.5 hours. And sometimes it can be 30 minutes only. So only goal I have given to myself is that I will show every day. I will show up every day for writing. That time is 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. So even I am researching on something, maybe writing 2 lines, maybe writing 1 line, maybe refining 1 page. So show up every day, irrespective Saturday, Sunday, even if I'm traveling. I'll tell you, even if I'm at my Bangalore office, I'm traveling to my hometown, I'm always having my iPad. So I bought this iPad just to refine my writing only because I can't carry laptop anywhere. It's bulky. So iPad I can carry it anywhere, right? So this iPad is always with me. So I showed up almost every day. That's how you can complete projects like this. Now, second type is take a help of a technology. We have a technology because you have to decrease the friction. So just the way example I gave you, because for opening a laptop is a difficult thing for me, because at my office laptop is different, my personal laptop is different. So just can you imagine, in the morning I am opening a laptop and it's like a hurdle for me. You know, it cannot be for you, but for me it is a hurdle. So I have this iPad all the time, and I use that writing mode also. You know, writing with hand also. And because I can draw the diagrams also. And you can also use tools like Notion. Now I give you why I have given you example of a Notion. Notion is always on my mobile, right? It is a tool. So suppose I'm out, I'm having coffee or we gone for dinner, some idea clicked my mind. Like, okay, this is something I can add in my book, or I'm in a part of some conference. So some idea came like, okay, this is something I have to add in my book. So at that time, I can't open my iPad. But same time, if I have not noted, I will forget 200%. So I used to open immediately Notion on my mobile and used to add that thing that this is how I can do. If I add some link, you know, I can add that. So that's all I used to do. Take a use of these tools grammarly to improve your grammar, to improve structure, sentence structure, everything. And another thing I have done is that because LinkedIn is on my mobile, my book is technical. So there are topics that I don't know 100%. I need assistance from people. I want to discuss with them. So I used to chat with them on my mobile. And if they have given me some reference, immediately I used to cut, copy, paste, and put it in a Notion, you know, so that my all the information is at one place. And now when I am working on my laptop, I have all the information which I worked on iPad, on my mobile, everything in one place, Notion. Now I can refine my work. Similarly, to improve your grammar, if you can use some tool, there are many tools. So I have just chosen few which worked very well for me. Right. So this is how you can integrate tools and system to deliver it. Because, you know, people say lot many things, but important is who deliver it. And so I think since AI is in the news since last 8 or 9 years, massively, even before it was there, but who delivered it? The ChatGPT guide, they changed the dynamics. So delivery, remember in the mind, delivery is important. Now, you also have to work on the language. How many of you sometime read excellent book, but you thought, oh my God, the language is difficult. The moment you open the page, you feel like, oh, I am having headache. You have to force yourself to read. Have you experienced that? You have to force to read. Yes, yes, I have. I experienced that. I like, what is this? What is this? Why I'm reading this, you know? So that's where you have to work, guys. I also work. Keep the language of book easy, simple to understand. We need not to improve that our vocabulary is exceptional. We need not to prove that. We need not to prove that our sentence structure is complex. No, write simple sentences. So even Einstein said that if you can't explain it simply, that means you by yourself have not understood correctly. Correct? So, you know, maybe your initial language can be difficult, but simply when your final product is there, it should be simple, very simple. If you read my book, you know, you will feel like, oh, I am reading like 9th or 10th grade book. It's that easy, very easy, the way we are talking. So because I spent a lot of time to simplify the language. Because have you seen those property papers or legal papers? Despite us being educated people, we fail to understand what they are saying, right? So that should not be the case. Now, the final stage can be you have to edit and revise. Self-editing is very important for clarity and coherence. I have edited this book 7 times. Can you imagine? 7 times by myself only I edited. And then, of course, you will be taking help of publisher. They also edit. My publisher, they also help me with the editing, right? So, but by yourself, you have to edit like minimum 5 to 6 times, I'll say that. After seventh edit also, I was feeling like, okay, I can edit more, So that's how you should look at it. Because initially when you are writing, your mind work differently. You are also in the process of knowing lot many things. But once you have a final product, you know the story. Okay. So then, in the final revision also, you also have to link the chapters. Like I told, it should flow like a story. So then how you will link? Because once you have whole product, because initially you are working, you are collating your ideas. So at the end, you have to connect the thoughts. So idea is read it, read it, read it. Correct? Without that, it's not possible. Don't depend on the publisher only. Self-editing is, don't forget this. Self-editing is the key. Now, you have to make your book a story. People should be excited for the next chapter. So people should be excited for next chapter. How? If your book is technical, how you can make a story? You can connect to the chapter. Like, so initially you worked on the chapters, then you can say, so you are in chapter 5. There you can link your chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. You can say dialogues like, as explained in this chapter, as we discussed this topic in chapter number 2, right? Like that. So build your story, and your story should be lesser difficult initially, then slowly, building on your topic. And more importantly, so you also need to think rationally which information is needed first. If so because that's how you will be able to make it story. Then continuously engage with your audience. How you can engage with your audience? Any answer, guys? How you can engage with your audience? Simpler way. Any simple way where you need not to brainstorm. So how you can engage? Putting example, diagram, feedback. Yes. What else? Connect, conversational. Yes. Very nice. Not use of complex feedback charts, blah, 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 pictures. Pose a question. Pose a question. Your content should be in question answer type. Like you can say, now after explaining about something, now you can say that, now the question arises where you can make a career, or question arises what type of job you can get. Or like in the introduction chapter I have written, the question arises, will you be working with the patient, or you will be working not with the patient? So keep your audience engaged, right? Of course, as you guys said, add very nice. I love this audience, So, putting question along with solutions, excellent. To identify problem of audience, very nice. Attractive pictures, flow charts. Flow charts are very important when you are working on technical book. Open-ended questions, illustrations, very nice. Realistic examples. And what else, guys? One thing is still missing. Connected, like, okay. Case studies. You can give a case studies, right? In my book, in every chapter, I have given a case study. And practical example, like when we are talking about monitoring. Definition, again, I said that you can study in a Google ICHF telling you what is the responsibility of a monitor. So where I can create a difference, giving you that how actual monitoring happens, how monitor write a report, correct? How things happen at the investigator site. What are the real things? How audits happens? How auditor report looks like? What will be your action after audits or audit happen, right? So like that, you can keep your audience engaged. All right. So now final question for you guys. How much time do you think is required to write a book? Now I will go to my chat box. 1 month, 1 year, 2 to 3 years, 30 days, 1 week. 1 week वाला कौन है भाई? मेरे पास आ जाओ. 1 week वाला कौन है?
मुझसे भी मिलो भाई, मुझसे भी मिलो 1 वीक वाले को, तो मैं अपना काम देना चाहूंगा.
मेरे को मिलो. 4 years.
अरे इतना भी लंबा नहीं खींचना है, 4 साल भी नहीं जाना है.
अरे कोई डिग्री थोड़ी कर रहे हैं हम लोग, है ना? तो ये
हाँ.
1 week वाला एक बार फिर से आंसर करो जरा. That's also fair answer, depending on the topic. Yes, mentioned. But guys, the reasonable time, if I wanted to tell, 15 days. ये 1 week और 15 days. डॉक्टर जी आज ही ले लो.
मैं, ये कौन है, इसको मैं
आज
भी
ही
पूछता
इनको
हूँ.
ले लो आप.
कोई मेरी टीम से तो नहीं है? लेट मी सी कौन है. मोहम्मद जैद इज
Okay.
1 month, 1 year. ओके. 2 months, 6.
So हमें आज ही एक ऑफर लेटर रिलीज करना है 1 week वाले को.
अंश गोयल इज माय इंटर्न ओनली. अंश मिलो मुझे जरा. 15 दिन में लिखवाते हैं तुमसे एक बुक बढ़िया वाली.
Okay, guys, reasonable answer is 6 months to 1 year you can do, but there are projects they take like 2 years. Like honest confession, my first book I wrote in 6 months, right? And then my second book, it took me almost 2 years, honestly saying, because I got slow. Not only slow, there were certain topics because I was writing from a practical aspect. So there are certain topics, that took a lot of time to investigate the information, because this information is not available on a Google or in
Yes.
some website. You have to talk people. I interviewed many people. I said, like, please, may I fix our time with you? Then you have to interview them multiple times to know deeper. Correct? So that's how it took little longer time. But reasonably 6 to 1 year of time, you can
Yes.
do it. But now that's why I told you this at very instance, that because this time is 6 months minimum to 1 year, you have to make it fit in your schedule. Otherwise, you will procrastinate it. You will say, to kal karunga, tomorrow. That's the reason 80% people are not able to write a book. Potential sabhi mein, everyone has a potential, but the problem is commitment. Correct? So now we have a lot, or if you can hire people who can do in 1 week, very good. Give them some money to it.
अंश
Don't
मुझसे मिलो.
don't do that. Okay. Yes, that's also correct. It varies author to author and project. That's also correct.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I also wanted to give you fair idea that if you wanted to keep it the project in mind, like 6 months or 1 year is the one you can keep. So now, guys, there are certain, we are not over yet. I always try to give lot of value. So there are certain tips as an author I want to give you. What I learned. So first, my topic is that please read good writing. I always carry one book along with me whenever I travel. And every day I keep on reading 2-3 pages. Read good writing. You will get a lot of ideas. So I'm also not a born writer. I also learned. I was impressed by the few writers, like how simple they are writing. That's how I got an idea like to write in simple language. Know the heart and soul of your audience. You should know. You have to give a respect to your audience. And most importantly, know your own weakness. Like my weakness, because then you have to, my weakness is that my brain works so faster. I keep on writing. Then at the end, I realize I missed many words there. In my mind, words were there, but on the paper, they didn't appear. So I have to always reread many times. Or many times I do a mistake grammar mistakes. Sometimes from my side, grammatical mistakes happen when I am writing. So I have to be very mindful while editing. So when you know your, weakness, you can work on that. Someone weakness can be they are not able to write every day. So you have to work on that, right? So being a writer is about writing. I write couple of things every day. It may be like what I have done in a day. So you can also start. So that's how you will hooked up to this writing thing. Because without writing, you can't be writer. Then you will write book in one day. Then you will think like this, I can write in one day. I'm giving you competition who is wanted to write in 7 days. So you have to write every day. Maybe every day you can do, okay, what I have done in a day. That's how you can build your habit. Or you also have to define a writing space. Your working table. You can't write in a bed or sofa. Please don't do that. Book your table space at home. Even if you're at hostel, many students can be at hostel. Book your space. Maybe in the library you can, when I was working on my thesis writing is also difficult thing, I'll say that. So I was not able to concentrate at my university hostel, because universities are different kind of environment. But we were blessed to have a very good, exceptional library, right? So I used to go to library every day for 3-4 hours. So you have to define. Now, my final thoughts. So book is love of your labor, right? So you are going to cherish it. But most important, I wanted to, many times people come to me, they said how much money we can make. I give you honest answer. You don't make lot of money by writing. It will give you, that's why I have chosen this phase. So it will give you lot many other benefit in terms of career, definitely. But if you think I will be billionaire after writing a book by selling book, no. It will give you exponential benefit in many ways, but not in money. Drive is different. So now even at my office, when my boss say that you wonderful thing you have done, written a book, that drive, that feeling is a different. That energy keeps me going. And the energy that when students say, ma'am, this book is very helpful, very, very helpful. So when I started working with a publisher, he said, ma'am, I don't think so that we will be able to sell these many books. But I was amazed to see that when he said in after a few months, like, ma'am, this book is selling like a crazy, you must have given some very unique value in this book. So that is your drive. So it is all the process about a passion. Definitely, there will be time where you will feel disheartened, discouraged, but you have to, rise above that. Because the important is this book is going to give you a lot of lift in your career. Just imagine if I have not written this book, would I have been gotten this platform? No, not at all. Right? So I got this platform. I am interacting with you because I have written a book. Remember that. So now where you can order this book, this is available on Amazon, and I can leave this link, so you can just put it in clinical research career guide on Amazon, you will be able to find it. Or you can access this link as well. You will be able to
Or
order.
guys, you can just write Sarabjit Sidhu on Amazon and you will find this book at the first sight.
Yes, yes, you will find this. So this is how you can order. And I will love to know that if you can add a review also on Amazon. We just started only.
Yes,
Maybe
absolutely
adding
request.
your review is more important. You can tag us over LinkedIn also. You can do a number of things, right?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
if some students see, Dr. Jeet, I also, because I always have a soft heart for student. If some students feel like he or she is having a financial challenge, but as a good student, you can give a name to Dr. Ajit. I will send it from author account. Don't worry on that. But you have to be mindful about the opportunity.
Yes.
Yes. So what else students are writing? Okay. Let's
Guys,
see.
now we'll take your questions. Please type your questions and then I'll
Yes.
give
Now definitely we can take a question. So I can stop share for a while. We can take up the question.
Yes, and I have we have come up with some names for the book also. We have analyzed all your answers and we have checked. So now we'll take the questions first, then I'll and by the time even I will share the link for the feedback so everyone who is here can get the certificate at least. And I will announce the names, and those names can send me your full address to my number. Okay, the 5 names what we are going to say. So this is the feedback form, guys. Write your answer, I mean questions, and the feedback form is here in the chat box. You can fill the feedback form for the certificate. Okay. Yes, Sarabji, I think you have a lot of questions.
I'll try to club. I gone through a few. So the first is publisher, identifying a publisher. They are in India, guys. I have not covered a publisher part because then it can go to different direction. Initial part is make your script ready. That is your first one. Second, in India, many publisher are there, but one thing I wanted to tell you, any publisher who is asking for money to publish, don't. If 10, 20,000, if they are asking for a project management fees, that's fine. There are publishers who are asking 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh. No, no, no. You will get many options. Once your manuscript is ready, you can approach us also. We can also help you. Dr. Ajit is there to help us.
Yes,
No?
definitely.
So we can mentor you. Now question comes, who inspired me? It's like I used to read many books. That is I got inspiration. Second, I am a medical writer by profession. So my writing skill is, I can say that by training is got good, right? So uh, what else is but important, how to deal with the procrastination, someone asked. Guys, there is no magic pill, no magic pill in the world. The only thing is, that's why I tell you to, you have to make it fit in schedule. You
Yes,
should be have a passion for this. Like for today's session, Dr. Ajit, I just finished my office meeting at 7 p.m. My office is little
absolutely.
demanding. So
Yes,
I immediately jumped to this, So during lunchtime, I prepared PPT. So you should be once you have a passion, you will show up. ये
absolutely.
procrastination, ये अंग्रेजों वाली चीजें दूर रखो.
इंडिया में काम नहीं करते आजकल की.
ये
Just the problem is, the
ये अंग्रेजों का
Gen
क्या ना,
Z
नए नए
and the
वर्ड्स लेके
millennials,
आ जाते हैं,
yes,
सुंदर सुंदर.
with a lot of new words, and they are trying to learn from the West. I should not comment on, but guys, there is nothing like procrastination. अपनी मम्मी से जाके मिलिए जो झाड़ू मार के सुबह उठा देती है, तो तुम्हें
हाँ.
पता चलेगा कि
नहीं
procrastination
तो
किसे
नहीं
मिलता
तो
है.
अपनी मम्मी को बोलो कि मुझे रोज जूता मारे अगर मैं नहीं लिखूं.
6 बजे
वो
उठाओ, 6 बजे उठाओ.
बेस्ट सोल्यूशन है प्रोकास्टिनेशन का.
Procrastination का.
राइट.
And see, you have to be consistent. On a lighter note, you have to be consistent,
यस.
guys. And until and unless you are not committed and consistent, you cannot be,
you
successful.
can
Right?
you can start with very small thing. Show up every day. Show up every day.
Yes.
Write few lines every day. Maybe you can say that afterwards you may be, you can say that discard it. This is many renowned authors, Dr. Ajit, they are doing. So, the writer of Alchemist, the who wrote this book,
Yes.
world
Yes.
famous Alchemist,
Alchemist. Yes.
I was going through his interview. He said that, what he's doing initially, he just push himself to sit in a chair. Then he start write anything crap, So after doing one like this, after 1 hour, he start writing something important. So
Yes.
every writer face this challenge. Just imagine. Right? We
Absolutely.
are not successful like him, but still he faced this challenge.
Absolutely. Everyone has some challenge.
Even the author of your Harry Potter, she said that, I got distracted so much at home that I booked a hotel, then I locked myself, then I wrote the book. So that's all. Many books for student use, guys, if you wanted to read these books, just type on Amazon like most popular books. Like there is one book very close to my heart is Deep Focus. Book name is Deep Focus. So that will tell you how you can focus. Why focus is important. And I tell you, I always keep this mobile in a different room when I'm writing. Just tell me, just tell me. I don't keep this mobile with me when I'm writing. No, not at all. So
True.
you have to work, because otherwise I am not able to write. Right?
Right.
So, and thanks for the congratulations. This so good. But read must do academically well.
Yes, absolutely. And we have wonderful, what we say,
So
the
you can also book this e-book. These days e-books are also very popular. If you think that you don't know is it good or bad, but write an e-book.
yeah, you can write the ebook also. Nowadays, Kindle is very famous, now Amazon Kindle. So
Yeah.
yeah, so you guys can definitely. I mean, technical books are not definitely Kindle. I have seen very few.
So if Dr. Ji, sorry to cut you, if many students are interested, we can also do some, this just an idea only, small book writing course for them.
Yes, we
Like,
can definitely
we
we can.
can.
Yes.
So if student, they are interested, I mean, because we have, mm,
There are wonderful comments and the questions. Ma'am, can we know about your education cycle, higher studies, and how you reached this position?
so I have done, guys, I have done MSc microbiology, but I have done from Punjab Agriculture University. It is from a campus. So you have to write, this entrance exam to get there. We were 4 students only. And it is not a program where you have to write a paper only. No, not at all. First semester and second semester, we were having a little theory, and then rest of the semester we were used to having a practical exposure. And that's my academic background. I have a state merit fellowship during my graduation. I was a second topper in my university also. Then I started working with WHO. I got my first break there. And then I moved to Kineps. They are in a medical writing space. Now I'm working with the GSK. So my exact designation is a senior manager in a clinical trial transparency. So transparency, again, new field, but I learned, that's how I got a job. So
Absolutely.
transparency is a 5 year, 3 to 4 year old field only. All the farmers, they are building this function. So since I am reading a lot, so I got a job. The honest answer. So I always keep on upskilling myself. So that's one thing. And
Sarabji, I have a wonderful question from the audience only. Someone has asked this question. If someone has multiple good ideas, then how to refine, like, which should we go with first?
okay, okay. So guys, that's why I told you, you have to write. I told you in my first slide, you have to write on a notebook, on a laptop. Suppose you are having 10 ideas, right? Like now I give you, I have a wonderful idea to write a book on clinical trial transparency, Dr. Jeet, because this is a new field. Now
Yes.
look at the audience. It will be handful of a people. I have to take just one call. Just give me 1 minute.
Yeah, so she will answer that later. We'll take some questions. How can one deal with writers' blocks? Like आप सब distraction हटा के लिखने बैठ गए फिर भी कुछ ना कुछ हो रहा है. So as she said, keep the mobile aside. I think that is the biggest distraction and biggest connection. So switch off the mobile for some time. If not switching off, then at least keep it on
Dr.
silent.
Ajit, we have to, no, we have to go outside today.
Okay.
So they are calling us. So
No worries. We'll just go for 5 more
no,
minutes. We can.
topics regarding topics. So now I'll give you example. So clinical trial transparency, I have more knowledge even what I have written in this book. But global audience will be only 400 to 500 people. Global audience, I'll tell you what I will do with that audience.
Correct.
Correct? Who will buy my book? And who need the most? Always remember who need the most. So list down your ideas, and just try to filter out. Okay, where is the maximum amount? Who need the most? Where I can contribute more? Like I'll tell you, why I got associated with Dr. Ajit, because he has always this audience of student, right audience for me. Because there are many conferences, Dr. Ajit, they invite us, right? But their
Yes,
audience is not right for us.
yes,
We have written book for students, right? So that audience is here. So audience who need most, where you are good, like that, then you filter. Then choose your first topic, then afterwards you may write on 10 topics, right? I hope I answered to an extent.
yes, absolutely. You have to filter out not only on the one aspect or not only on the one factor, but multiple factors, not only about your ideas, but who is going to read and what's the size of the population going to read and what is the impact on the society and how much time it takes, what are the publication, publisher details and all. First, like how much it is useful to the public. There are multiple
Yeah.
things to refine on.
There is
You
one question, Dr. Ajit, for that answer is very straightforward. It's like how you can deal with vocabulary issue during writing. Guys,
Yes,
not difficult these days. You have AI.
yes.
Not at all difficult.
Absolutely. Nowadays, Grammarly is one of the awesome tool. If I say, so I use Grammarly a lot. This is available for online email writing, your
Yeah.
search engines, your
And
everywhere. You can use the
and
Grammarly.
take, if you need, take some course. Don't worry. Take some course. I always keep on joining these courses,
Yes,
uh, because you have don't shy away to upskill yourself.
yes,
Like keep some price. Like these days, Dr. Ajit, we are so lucky. There are courses, those are available less than 500. Join it. Just think like I have not watched a movie. I have, invested in myself. So
correct.
people do say that invest in share market, invest in real estate. Best investment is you.
Yes, absolutely. Invest in you.
Best is
And
investment in
yeah, and
you.
you must be seeing one ad nowadays is going, I think that is Tata Tanisk something. She got the girl gets the a good amount of bonus on Diwali, and her parents and Dadiji ask where did you invest and how you are trying to invest. Someone is telling that go and invest in the market, and someone is like go and invest in the land, and she just then shows like I bought the diamond jhumkas. I have
Oh.
invested in myself. you know so this is not about the jhumkas, but this is about like how you are investing in yourself. Okay, that's more important. And I think someone was asking one important question was there. Uh, Guys, article writing we will talk in the next seminar.
We can keep separate, we can't
And
come.
there is no specific quiz. Quiz was asked by ma'am. She has asked 5 questions, right? And people have engaged very well. So you can check out even the comments. I and our team has come up with 5 names for the winners. Okay. So definitely we will conduct some more webinars on this topic. I think our audience is very much enthusiastic about writing the book. I hope you all have filled the feedback form. So guys, let me tell you the names, and I'm writing my number first. You guys please send me your full address. Okay, you have to send me your full address with
So
your name and father's
yeah.
name, caretaker's name along with, right? So
Address and contact number, pin.
yeah, pin code. Yeah. So I'll just write
So,
name.
Dr. Ji, there is one more question. Did someone help me in writing book? Because Dr. Ji said you are teams. There is no one in my team. I am the only one in my team.
Yes,
So I only, but I spoke to industry people. My honest confession, there are many industry people to whom I spoke, because there are certain topics, I don't have 100% information, right information. Giving you right information is important. So during the course of writing, I spoke to many people, but there is not as such someone directly contributed to book, you know.
yes, absolutely,
That's how it took me little longer time also.
absolutely.
Because
Okay, so guys, let me take this privilege to tell you the answers. I mean, the winner's name. First is Madhu Andappa. Madhu has engaged the most and answered very nicely and very much engaging answers. Number one, and then Sri Prashant. Okay, guys, congratulations. And then we have Monica Chandu, and then we have Urvasi Bhadu, and then we have okay, not Monica. I'm sorry, guys, not Monica. That is Aradhya Upadhyay. Okay, okay, Urvasi, no problem. Okay, so Archana and Aradhya Upadhyay also. Yes. Okay, guys. So congratulations. I'll repeat the names again: Sri Prashant Bhaskaran, and then Aradhya Upadhyay, then Archana, then Madhu, then Urvashi. Okay, guys. I think yeah, and yes, Sri Prashant, right?
Guys, how
Congratulations,
you can
guys.
enter in a clinical trial transparency is there are many CROs, they have positions at fresher level, but you should know what is clinical research, what is clinical trial transparency. There will be a
Yes.
written exam also. That's how you can enter. As of now, I can tell you this much only. But
Yeah.
there be Dr. Ajit keep on doing these
Monica, you
webinars.
also send us your address. Monica Chandu is also in the list. I think she's clashing with someone in that. So Monica Chandu, you please also send your address to us. Okay. You are also one of the winners. So all people, please send us your address. And yes, thank you very much.
Thanks,
Yes,
everyone. It's a wonderful session, and
wonderful session, wonderful engagement, and loved it, guys. Your
yeah,
yes,
very
congratulations,
nice.
everyone. Thank you, Sarabji. Thank you very much for your time
Thank
and
you so much.
for this wonderful session. Thank you, guys. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Thank
Brinda, as well.
you.
Yeah, we
So
forget
over
her.
to Brenda for vote of thanks.
Oh,
We forget her.
That's
no,
all.
no, no. It was completely fine because I have learned that in a group of scholar, you should be like, the God Ganapati who has his mouth covered. And when you are out of it, you should be like a lion who roars. So I was a Ganapati when you were all talking. I was all my ears. I was grabbing all the content. So I will just conclude it, and I had a lot good of session. I pointed down all the words that ma'am was saying, and I'm definitely going to talk it about to my peers because when we see our teachers and professors writing the books, we are all confused at how they are doing. Like you see the heaven and the earth. That was the difference we would feel sometimes. But when ma'am explained it and put it into points, it felt that not that a big deal, and it felt something not that far rich, but you can also achieve. And I think all of you had the same thing. I myself had a great experience on this. So I will conclude by saying that the time is spent is always an investment. If by the end of it you leave the table with a lot of enlightenment and experience to bring change and share it with others. And I thank you each and everyone for making it the webinar a success. I thank ma'am and I thank to sir who already left though, but his presence was glorious. And thank you a lot, Dr. Ajit Singh sir, for giving me this opportunity. And I endeavored a lot and learned a lot. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. I'm just writing the name someone is asking. So here are the winners' name, guys. Okay. I think I have someone has asked. Hi, you guys. Why you don't write to the all? Okay, I'm writing to the all. Yes, here are the names of the winners, guys. Congratulations again. And you six, please send your names to my WhatsApp number uh, and address. I mean, in the format.
And Dr. Ajit, just one thing, we will, because we will give a name to publisher maybe by tomorrow. So from 1st April, he will ship. So they have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
wait
yeah.
for 4 to 5 days.
Yeah,
Just wanted to tell
within
you. Yeah,
we will give them the 10 days time. So within 10
yeah,
days you'll
yeah,
get your books, guys.
yeah, yeah.
Okay? Yeah. So Vrinda, can we call off the meeting? Okay, I think she's here. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Dr. Ajit. Thank you so much
Thank you,
as always.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye, bye, bye,
Night,
bye.
guys. Good night.